Hey everybody, a special video today. We are going to be playing Full Ace Tennis Simulator, which comes out today. So let's check it out. Hey everyone, I'm Ian. We're going to get stuck into this game now. It's on Steam today. It's been released. February 28th is the day I'm posting this video, and that's the day it comes out. And I think if you love Tennis Elbow, you're going to love Full Ace Tennis Simulator. I've already powered through the tutorial, and the tutorial it's a lot tougher. It's a lot different to Tennis Elbow. So we're going to get straight into an exhibition game. So let's see who we can play. Now, one thing I do know is we don't have the real player names. So we've got Frederic Rougier, who I'm guessing is Roger Federer. Why does everyone look the same? Right, so let's be Roger Federer. Actually, Novak Djokovic, who looks a lot like Roger Federer, and we're gonna choose. Keep going. I want to batter someone. Negron Applegate. He looks tasty. I think I can beat him. Now, where should we play? Now that's Australia. That's too obvious. Let's play Clay. Clay looks cool. 1 set, 6 games. Let's do 4 games. Because I want to batter him. So I haven't actually played this game before. This is my first game. I've done the tutorial, so I know the controls. And this looks pretty cool. Immediately it's better than Tennis Elbow for atmosphere. Because Tennis Elbow, everyone just sits there and doesn't move. And then you do something amazing and they carry on sitting there. Let's go heads. And I win. What do I want to do? Do I want to serve, return, or which side of the court you'd prefer to begin the game? Let's serve. Show them how it's done. I can barely serve in Tennis Elbow, and that's piss easy. So if you've had to go on serving on this, you'll realise that this is going to be terrible. Oh, cool. Righto. Let's get into it. Oop. And straight away. Oh, there you go. I've hit it.
15 left.
How easy is that? And a replay as well. Cool. Love it. Alright. This will be out.
Fold!
Yep. Let's do that again. So what I'm doing is the... Oh, how good am I?
There we go.
To quickly go through this, I've got triggers. When the ball goes to the left, I have to hit the left trigger. Or left click, press and hold. And when it goes to the right, I have to press and hold the right trigger. And that's sort of setting up for the shot. So that's something that I'm not used to because...
Fold!
Oh, that was nearly in. Because that's something that I'm not really used to playing Tennis Elbow. And the other thing is you've got that meter gauge down the bottom there. Oh! That's because I pressed left trigger and not right trigger. This is what I mean. Hope Novak Djokovic isn't watching this because he's going to be annoyed! Just for the viewers at home, there's the replay. Oh, this will be a good one. Oh yeah, power shot. So you've essentially got a couple of extra buttons. So you've got to press like left trigger, right trigger, press and hold that. Then you've got to like choose whether you want topspin, backspin, power shot, lob shot, drop shot, and you've got to move the aiming reticule around at the same time. It's not easy, but I'm making this look a lot harder than it is. And of course you've got that accuracy meter down at the bottom there, that little circle that's down by sort of like my shin, and that needs to be green. If it's green, it's an accurate shot. If it's not, then the ball could go anywhere. So I'm essentially just like having a practice game here. Ah! And the crowd roar into life as they watch me make a pillock of myself. Yeah, you weren't expecting that one. You thought, oh yeah, this will be a forehand. And I backhand that. Watch this again. I pressed the wrong button, right? And then I did a quick spin. Backhand. Negron Applegate. I was not expecting that. That's why Novak Djokovic isn't very good, because I'm playing as him. We're not watching that replay. I'm awful. It would be nice to... Yeah. Oh!
Advantage, layer 2.
So as you can see, I am really, really good at this game. And if anything, serving's my best bit at the moment. Got him out of position. I don't want to be broken. That'd be terrible.
Game player 2.
Right, let's play again. Okay, so it's Roger Federer against another nobody.
Love 15. Love 30.
This is a tough game.
Love 40.
Right.
Fault. Fault.
Player 1.
You can
Serving
challenge.
the call
I've
on the
challenged
right
that
hand
call.
side.
There's no way
Ball
that was
called
out. Ah, bullshit.
Love 15.
Yeah, take that, Homburg. Hombre. Oh, I didn't press the button there. Let's try and get a bit of a...
Love 30.
Better than you. Maybe.
15 40.
Yeah. I was going to say, show us a replay, and I did. You watch this. Look at that. Homburg was just blown away with that sheer proficiency of a shot. If only I could do that all the time. Oh!
Game player
Turn
1.
winner.
One game all.
And I broke him. He broke me. I broke him.
Fault.
But I'm not going to win much by doing that.
Fault. Love
You're
15.
kidding.
Let. First serve. Love 30.
Right, let's change the settings here because that is ridiculous. Where are we? Is auto prepare on? Does that mean I've been pressing that button without needing to? Yes, I have.
15 30.
So you can just focus on that accuracy meter.
15 40.
We are about to be broken. wasn't getting that one. Come on.
Game player 2.
Let's come back to this game, shall we? Let's show you the other game modes. We've got challenge mode, which is really cool. Is that Andre Agassi? Looks like him. Andre Agassi playing against a Ukrainian who is playing in his boxer shorts. So it looks like it's not quite match point there, but obviously Agassi needs to win. That's a cool challenge, actually. Looks like there's some really cool challenges here. I'm actually really looking forward to that. That's a cool thing to do. But if we go into tournament mode, you choose your player, and then by the looks of it, there is a gazillion tournaments to play in. That's pretty cool. So these four are obviously the big ones. That looks like the Australian Open. Claytown, that's got to be Paris, isn't it? Dumbledore, that's clearly Wimbledon, and that's got to be the US. Fading Shadows. Cheeseburg. It's my kind of tournament. Pikachu. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I'd love to know who had to sit down and come up with some of these names. Like, they must be taking the piss on some of them. Yeah, career mode. This is where it's at. So, you obviously pick from the list of, which I can't even do, the list of 50 bajillion players who all look alike. Yeah, so we'll leave it as Federer. Let's go begin career. So week 1. So if we go current rankings. So by the looks of things, this is last year's results. And there is 2,102 players. That's a lot of players. And if we click on their name... Oh wow, now that is sick. And it's accurate. So this is, because this is the start of 2018 by the looks of things. Yes, the start of 2018. So these must be all their results for last year. So yeah, that's really cool. Character sheet. I'm really interested to see if they change or not, or if you're just stuck with that. I'll have to experiment with that a bit. So what we'll do, let's skip to the Australian Open and maybe play the first game. So let's simulate to then. Just amuse yourselves. I do like this game though. I think it's graphically it's a lot better. I definitely think the gameplay is a lot better. It's a lot tougher than Tennis Elbow. So let's see. So we are. Who are we up against? Oh, we're right at the bottom with the number 2 seed, and we're playing EME. All right, compete. So let's simulate up to our game. There's a lot of watching this going on. Next game. All right, come on. Let's try and win.
15 left.
That was easy. Boy, is it hard to get some unforced errors out of this guy. Just amuse yourselves for the next 20 minutes. Come on, I've got a video to make. I can't have a 50-minute video. The crowd loved that. Yeah. Oh, that was actually out, I think. And that was the worst shot I've ever done. This is a really cool game. That wasn't a
30,
cool shot.
15.
I certainly feel as though I'm sort of in control of my own shots a bit more than tennis elbow. Tennis elbow, you sort of feel like you pull off these amazing shots without really meaning to do it. With this one, you feel as though you have to earn that right. I've got him running around. Come on. Oh, that was shot of the century. Let's watch the replay on that one. Hey, you like that? That wasn't bad, was it? Get to get an ace though. I'd love an ace. Ooh, yeah.
Game player 2. Player 2 leads 1 game to love.
What was that shot?
15 love.
What was that one? Oh
15
yeah.
all.
I wasn't expecting that drop shot, bitch. Look at me giving it the...
30,
I was about to say, look at me giving it the trash talking, and then I go and do a stupid shot like that. So.
Fold.
Let's try and win this game. That'll be a good way to end this video, I think.
$40.15.
Well done, Ian. Looks like I'm winning this one. That was nice. Power shot. Power shot. Power shot, power shot. Do more of them.
Player 2 is challenging the call on
I'll
the
challenge
left
that.
baseline. Ball was called out.
Oh my goodness me.
Coasting.
Game player 1. 1 game all.
I think I suffer from watching-itis, where I do an amazing shot and then stand there and watch it and go, ooh, that was a good shot.
Love 15.
That wasn't a good shot though.
Fold. Love 30.
Showing you all how it's not done.
Love
Oh!
40.
Alright.
Fold.
Do not double fault now, Ian.
Game player 1. Player 1 leads 2 games to 1.
Isn't that the first set? I thought I was doing the first 2 games.
Fifteen love.
Fucking bullshit. Right, that's it. I'm done. So final thoughts time, guys, and I love this game. It's very, very challenging. As you can see, I'm awful at it, but I have only really had sort of a morning to play with it. I wanted to get this video out to help you guys make your minds up whether you want to purchase this or not on the day of release. So it is very, very difficult, but that's in a good way. I feel like with Tennis Elbow, for instance, you know, it's so easy to just, you know, you're doing all these great lob shots and drop shots and everything else. And I don't really get that feedback that I'm doing that myself. Where with this game, you know, you do a fantastic shot right down the line, or you know, a great little drop shot, and you think I did that, and that's so amazing. That's such a great feeling when you pull off a great shot. But at the same time, you know, with all these buttons and everything on the controller, I did find it at times quite difficult to get settled in. That's obviously something that'll come with time. I'm assuming it'll be with practice, but it is worth bearing in mind that this isn't a simple game. This isn't like Australian Open Tennis or Virtua Tennis or any of the old top spin games. You know, this is a simulator, and there is a lot of buttons, a lot of combinations. So as long as you go into that knowing what you're getting, then you should have a great time. In terms of things that I wasn't so sure on, only having the men's tour, that's a big weakness for me. I do prefer the women's tour, if only because I don't like playing 5 sets a lot of the time. That's something that could easily be modded, and the game support is fully supported for mods, and I'm sure there'll be, you know, women's tours and everything else in due course. The old tennis simulator game, which came out a few years ago now, that had a big modding community, so I'm assuming that this will be exactly the same. And being on Steam, obviously with Steam Workshop, it'll be great. But yeah, so not having a women's tour, that's a big thing for me that I'm not too keen on. The other problem as well that I don't like is the opponents don't seem to have their own unique styles. Comparing it to Tennis Elbow, you know, each opponent had their own unique style. Some were pushers, some were, you know, the baseline punchers. You know, some came up to the net with volleys, and you could see that on their attributes. And it doesn't seem like the players on this game play like that. I know with the men's tour, most players tend to be, you know, the baseline power hitters, but it just I don't see that variety. I don't see players trying to stay with the backhand or the forehand, you know, or play into their strengths. Which of course brings me on to the career as well, because in Tennis Elbow, you can see your opponent, you can see their strengths, you can see their weaknesses in their attributes, and you can build a game plan around that. With this game, you can't do that. It's just a name, and that's really, it just sort of pulls you a bit away in the immersion side of things, because you want to be drawn in. You want to be able to look at that player. Okay, that's his strength, that's his weakness, that's what I need to focus on. But unfortunately, you can't do that, because it's just a player's name at the end of the day, and so it's sort of like you're just going through the motions, playing tennis, just trying to win games. That's something that could easily be fixed. You know, I'm sure whether it be a mod or a patch in the future, that could easily be changed. But at this moment in time, that's a little disappointing. So if you're one of those that really likes to sit down and plan your strategies and your game plans on when against your opponent, you might find yourself a bit lacking there. The career mode, because I wanted to get this video out soon so I could give people some thoughts on the game. The career mode, I'm not sure on in terms of going forward, because you can play as anyone. You can play as Roger Federer, you can play as Novak Djokovic, or their fake equivalents. But of course, their age is a big thing. So, you know, do they age? Do players rise and fall? That's all to be answered. And I might try and do a video in another couple of days once I've sort of simmed through perhaps a couple of years in career mode. Because that's a big thing. That's a big draw for me with Tennis Elbow. When you've got the career there, you can start, you know, at any age. You can start with any of the players, and you can go through their whole career, including into the future, into the 2020s, where of course they're using fictional players, and that's really cool. If you can't do that on this game, then that's a bit of a disappointment. But, we do have the career mode, which, again, I'm sure can be worked on. It's exactly the same as Tennis Elbow in regards to, you have qualifying tournaments to make the big tournaments, and I would really love that. If you start at the bottom, of course, you have to qualify to get into any of the major tournaments. So that's really cool. But other than that, look, I really do think it's worth it. If you're a tennis fan, if you love Tennis Elbow, definitely check out this game. Full Ace Tennis Simulator, it's called. I've got the links down below for the Steam site, and hopefully you can pick it up and, have just as much fun as I'm going to have over the next few weeks and months. If you enjoyed this video, guys, please pop a big thumbs up on there, because that goes a long way to helping me and my channel out. And stick around and we'll get some more FATS content over the next coming weeks. Thank you. Take it easy.